Hi guys, this is Brian Klock from Klock Werks and Mikkel, our national sales manager, and we are excited that you bought the new demo Try Before You Buy dealer kits. First thing we want to do is make sure you're up on the Locator. Get on getklocked.com, G-E-T-K-L-O-C-K-E-D, getklocked.com, and make sure that when you pull up the dealer locator, your name, your dealership, and your phone number is exactly as you want people to see it. Our goal is we refer them when they call in or they get on the dealer locator and looking for you, they can drive to your store and try any one of these windshields. You may find yourself with a new customer just because they may have never been in your store before. What we also want to talk about is how do you sell these windshields, or what is the key to trying to make that same $3,000 margin that that dealer in Wisconsin added to every month just on Flare windshields.
That's right. We've talked about it before, but the Flare windshield is an incredible design. Lots of technology here, even though it seems like just a piece of plastic. This piece of polycarbonate will protect you and your passenger, not just from the wind, but the rain, the bugs, all the elements. And what we can do with this windshield is allow you to choose a size that you're comfortably looking over, but it's going to get all of the wind, all of the bugs over your head. You don't have to have something tall that you're looking through. You can have something that's below your line of sight. The reason we can do this is because of the design. The windshield has a flip that prevents the wind from coming down and swirling into turbulent air. Instead, it kicks it up and allows it to flow back as clean air, not buffeting.
Yeah, you're not getting that whole bobblehead effect. Your glasses aren't rattling around. Plus, you can hear your radio better. The beauty of it is, and Mikkel says this a lot, is, okay, this windshield works effectively 2 to 3 inches taller than it is. So when a customer comes in and says, I know what I got, and I have an 8-inch windshield, and I need one 2 inches taller, so I think I need a 10. No, he probably needs a 6.5, or maybe at the maximum an 8.5. What we recommend is send him out with a shorter one first. If he goes out with that 6.5 and all of a sudden he feels like the air's right here at just the top of his hat or something, he can shrink down and all of a sudden he goes, oh, that 2 inches made all the difference, then move him up to the 8.5. It's a lot harder if he goes out with the 8.5 and he says, well, I can't see it, I don't like the distortion. That provides him with a negative experience right away. So always start him a little shorter, knowing that he can duck down a little bit, okay?
Don't forget to mention the hips on our windshield. Klock Werks is the only windshield on the market that provides downforce and front end stability at highway speeds. These hips here on the side are designed to deflect the wind and create downforce pressure on the front end. So the faster you're going as it's shooting the wind off to the sides and even wider, it's also pushing on the front end. What that means is when you're going down the highway at 65, 75, or 85 miles an hour passing that semi, you're not going to get that front end shake where the wind's pushing your bike around. Bike feels a lot more planted. It's easier to go fast around the semi without getting pushed around.
Absolutely. In the wind tunnel, the stock bike would go 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You'd watch that fork can just coming up in the wind tunnel. Now it's going 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That means the faster you go, the better it works. Like Mikkel said, it pushes out like a V-plow. So imagine if this is 45, then this is 85. The faster the wind velocity, the bigger the pocket, the more protection, and it won't come back in until it's behind you and your passenger. Pretty simple to understand, but once you explain it to your customer just like that, give him that test ride opportunity, he goes out and feels it, I guarantee you he'll be sold.
Don't forget to tell him also that these windshields are made out of polycarbonate. It's a really strong material that you can't break this. I
was just afraid he's gonna lose his grip. If it was an acrylic windshield, that thing would have snapped and it would hurt. Polycarbonate's not going to do that. Polycarbonate's the same stuff they make bulletproof glass out of. It will actually accept a bullet and just hold on to it. The other thing is that's the same stuff they use to make NASCAR windshields. So if it's good enough for those guys at 225, it's probably going to be okay on your Street Glide or your Road Glide.
That's right. So awesome kit. We're really excited to offer this to you guys. Make sure you get this in your dealership. Make sure you understand how the windshield works, why there's different sizes. If you get an opportunity, put it on a bike that you have there in the showroom. Make sure everyone goes and test rides a Street Glide or a Road Glide with these Flare windshields. There's sport windshields and pro touring windshields. They all work amazing. But again, back to the different sizes, there's different sizes for different people. It's your ride, you decide. We always like to say that.
That's right. You brought up a great point, Mikkel, and it really applies in the Road Glide situation where Mikkel has in his hands the 14-inch Sport, okay? And here is the 12 Pro Touring, okay? How can this one be 14 and this one be 12 and they actually sit at the same effective height on the motorcycle? And really the difference is there how it's laid back. This one sits up straighter, this one's laid back. Other thing I want you to look at on this situation is you see how these hips come in right here? They're a lot narrower on the one Mikkel has, the Sport, versus the Pro Touring one. This one's gonna provide a wider pocket of air, probably protect your passenger more, but again, it's your ride, you decide. Go in and try them both. Take your wife with you though, because you don't want to be wrong. Thanks for choosing Klock Werks. Don't forget, go to our website, getklock.com. Make sure you check a dealer locator so you can go try it before you buy it. Remember, it's your ride, you decide. We really appreciate you choosing us, and we hope to see you at the next rally and just shake your hand and say, hey, thanks for being part of Team Klock Werks. We appreciate you.